When I was creating last week's video, I didn't see any of the raw footage until I was editing post-production. And when I saw how I looked on camera that day, I was like, huh? Because I thought I looked absolutely terrible. I looked so different compared to like my previous videos where I sit in my living room like this. I've always felt confident and comfortable in front of this camera, so why did I all of a sudden feel like the ugliest thing on earth in front of this camera? What about the camera on my iPhone? Is it the camera lens? Or maybe it's the lighting? Is it the use of my green screen? Or did I actually, God forbid, gain 10 pounds between this week and the week prior? It sent me into a downward spiral of insecurity and self-judgment. Is this going to shock my audience? Are people going to be turned off that I look like a complete uggo? My intention was simply to improve the production quality of my video, but instead I ended up, in my own eyes, degrading my own appearance. Here I am, sharing my spirituality, my mind, and my heart with all of you. But I was so thrown off by my physical appearance. My best friend reminded me that I make these videos to spread the message of love, not to look cute. But still, confidence is important, right? So this is what I've learned. Consider each of the different cameras I'm using as different perspectives. I've spoken about perspective and perception in depth in previous videos, so please feel free to check them out if you'd like to know more. But for now, let's simplify even further and say each camera is like a different person. This camera makes me feel insecure and overweight. This camera makes me feel cute and confident. This camera is touch and go. Like if I look directly at the camera, it makes me kind of look cross-eyed for some reason. Like, what the heck, Apple? Does that change who I am as a person? Do any one of these cameras change my message or what I'm trying to accomplish? Do they affect my intelligence or empathy? No, right? If they were people, they may have different opinions on how I look, but that doesn't change who I actually am. In the same way, you are who you are. Everyone who sees you views you through their own distorted lens. Some of these lenses make you look amazing. Others make you seem inferior or less than. Does that change who you actually are? No. It's the same as different cameras taking a picture of the exact same thing. The specs on each camera may change how the subject, let's say it was you, looks in each of its like distinct photographs, but it doesn't literally change who you are, right? So, in a world of 7 billion people, some will inevitably think you're trash, while others will think you're treasure. But there is only one you. So what do you think you are? That's the only thing that matters. Secondly, we are fixated on our bodies. And sure, we have to live in them and they carry us through life, sometimes in pain, unfortunately. But our bodies are so susceptible to different perceptions. Some people think we're too fat, some people think we're too skinny, some people think we're cute, and others think we're diabolically repulsive. Haters gonna hate, you know? But the spirit within, your soul, your heart, that is who you really are. That is your essence once the layers of your body are stripped away. We live in a society that cares more about the picture frame that is our body than the actual picture, which is who you really are. I now realize that this is like the most gigantic painting. Like, couldn't I have found something smaller? But anyways, even when we exercise or eat well, we so often do it to look hot or sexy instead of for our health. Shouldn't we like be focusing our fitness and nutrition on making sure our internal organs are functioning properly? Instead, what we mostly care about is our external appearance. If I can compare us to eggs, we care more about our shell than we do our insides, which is actually what makes up most of our being. Do you love the inside of who you are? Or are you consumed with prettying up your shell? Is it okay if some days your shell looks grayer than usual because of poor lighting or a scratch on the outside? That doesn't change the quality of the yolk inside, right? Don't get me wrong. Looking good on the outside is a way to feel good on the inside. So I'm not here to tell you to give up on working on your appearance. But I do want you to keep in mind that when we die, our bodies are not our legacy. Loving ourselves, and by extension, loving others, is the only thing that will last beyond the grave. If you need a role model, please consider animals. Our pets don't give two craps about appearances, neither theirs nor yours. Can you imagine your pet looking in the mirror and fixing its fur, or growling because it thinks it's ugly? Our pets don't care at all about their external appearance, and believe they are worthy of love regardless. I mean, they lick their butts in plain sight, for God's sake, so that level of self-acceptance and feeling worthy is what we should all strive for. And my last point is that although cameras or people may see you in different ways, some good, some bad, The people who truly matter in your life don't care about your eggshell. They care about the ooey gooey yolk inside. They care about the substance inside you that actually matters. This includes God. Your body is nothing to him. He cares about the core of you, and that cannot be marred by the opinion of anyone else. Your confidence should come from the correct source, and from finding value in your core, not in the shell. So take care of yourself, but forget about the shell. Let people see the yolk within you. Let people see the yolk within you, and let your light shine bright, regardless of which camera you're in front of. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Mediocre Guidance. Mwah!